Welcome back to another episode of Join FDNY Podcast. My name is Captain Andrew Brown, and this is
Captain Randy Lee.
How you doing, Randy?
Good to see you, man.
Good to be seen. Good to be seen. So, what are we going to talk about today?
So for this episode, for Veterans Day, we interviewed probationary firefighter Zack Austin.
Zack Austin, that's right. For the month of November, we're celebrating veterans. And, of course, thank you all for your service.
Thank you, indeed. In the fire department, of course, you probably ran across a bunch of veterans.
Yeah, absolutely. Very task-oriented, very locked in. I mean, we respect them so much from day one in probie school. We make them squad leaders.
Yeah, we do the same thing in the EMS Academy. So it's nice to see, and it's nice for them to continue their service, not just for the country, but now for the city of New York.
Absolutely. So you know what? You want to listen to young Austin?
Let's see. Today I'm joined by firefighter Zack Austin. Welcome to the podcast.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Cool. So we're celebrating veterans in this episode. So why don't you tell me first, what do you do here in the fire department? How long you been on?
What I do here, I was just assigned to Engine Company 328, the big house in Far Rockaway. I'm on probation right now, so short, they call me a probie. So I have a year where I'm evaluated by my superiors, and everybody, just like the other probies, are going to watch us, critique us, make us better, so that we could be just another member on the team to do the job we're asked to do.
Why don't we learn a little bit about you? Where were you originally from? Where were you born, that kind of stuff, and how long have you been here in New York?
Well, I'm originally from Central Islip in Long Island, New York. I joined the Marine Corps in 2013, 2 weeks after graduating high school. And I got out of the Marine Corps in 2021 and found different careers within IT, the same skill sets that I learned in the military, but not really that sense of purpose that I once had while I was still serving in the Marines. So when I took that test about 8 years ago for the fire departments, when I got that call, it was like the light bulb went off in my head, you know, or this might be one of my last chances because, you know, I'm getting older, you know, to still do something with myself. So to be able to serve at one point at the national scale, to be America's 911 force, and now transitioning to the local level, serving my state or city, I should say. There's no greater feeling because it's the neighborhoods and communities that I grew up walking down, riding my bikes, and I can't think of no other feeling that's greater than, you know, helping the people that, you know, where my family's from and protecting those people.
Do you think that because you are a veteran, because you did serve with the Marines, that call of duty, that desire to help people and to serve is something that a lot of veterans carry, and that's why like the fire department is one of those things that people gravitate towards after service?
100%. It's definitely a different change of pace compared to civilian life. And it's very difficult, I noticed with a lot of veterans, to put down that get up and go, when there's a will, there's a way, kind of flexibility and getting it done attitude to taking it down to a slower pace. You could talk about police or law enforcement, you could talk about doing trades or something along those lines, but in terms of responding when there's a crisis going on, I can think of no other greater feeling than being the one that's called on to pick up the pieces and stop that crisis from happening.
Would it be safe to assume that it's kind of like, because you did say when you came back, you did a more civilian type role job, right?
Yeah.
Does it feel more at home to be in somewhere like the fire department where the structure is somewhat similar and it gives you like a similar purpose?
Yeah, with the civilian life, it's more so do the job that you're told to. It's very rigid. You don't do so much more than what you're asked of. And if you're looked at if you're doing more, it's like, okay, well, you're trying too much. You know, there's not so much a sense of initiative. With the fire department, it's more of a sense of belonging. Your firehouse is as if it's your own house. You treat it as such. You know, you care about how you leave certain things from just how you cleaned up the dishes in the sink. You know, that's the same plate that my brother's going to eat off of. Or from washing the engines in the trucks. You know, it's a sense of pride whenever those garage doors in that firehouse roll up and we head out. That's a clean rig, and we take pride in those,
Right.
in the colors that we have.
When and why did you join the military initially?
So my initial reason for joining the military was that change of pace. I grew up playing sports, so being a part of a team, that competitive spirit, it just resonated with me. Initially, I wanted to fly planes, but when I found out I needed a degree first, that kind of threw a wrench in plans, so I had to adapt and make a decision of all the branches to join, which am I going to choose? So
Right.
I never backed down from the challenge, and I always heard that the Marine Corps was the hardest branch to get into and make a career for yourself. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to join the best.
Being a Marine and working with essentially a squad, a team of people, doing everything that you do over there, transitioning into the fire department. Now you have a smaller team, I would imagine, with the other members of the Firehouse. Do you find that to be similar to how you were working in the military, or is it a different transition because it's a smaller team now?
I think the transition was roughly the same. Small teams, but no matter the mission, you're always depending on that your partner to your left and to your right to have your back. So certain things are it's going to be the same no matter what.
Out of curiosity, in your current Firehouse, do you have other veterans there with you?
Yeah, we have. There's 4 of us currently. As soon as we found out there was another veteran coming into the house, it was like welcoming me with open arms, like a brother you haven't seen in a long time.
Yeah.
We connect with each other on a different level once we come across the veterans in the departments, and especially at certain events where we have to put on our Class A's,
Sure.
where we see the service
The citation
branches,
bar, right.
it's a badge on our jackets, so we might just spark up a conversation like, what did you do in your career? Like, where did you serve? And we might have served together in certain places and we didn't even know it.
Right. And that's one of those things for the veterans, right? Like if you see a new person coming into the Firehouse and you know that they're a veteran, do you kind of gravitate towards them a little bit, I would imagine, and to share your stories and kind of help that transition from military life to fire department life. Does that happen, I guess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first day, one of the senior guys in my house, he gravitated towards me, would show me the ropes and kind of giving me situations that I can compare the day-to-day Firehouse routines, so that I'd pick it up easy and just it would be seamless for me to just fit into the house routines.
Sure. I love how you said that it gave you purpose for staying fit and everything like that, and that's how you ended up here. Now, what recommendations or what would you say to someone that's a veteran trying to find what their next step is, what they want to do when they're not actively in the military anymore? What would you say to them?
Next steps, I'd say if you're still looking for that sense of belonging, that sense of purpose, something to have pride in again, and do something that matters, the FDNY is, you're not going to find many places like it. And the steps that you could take is taking that open competitive exam, or go the EMS route to take the promotional exam. Start from there. Get your foot in the door with going the EMS route so you can have an idea of what the culture is like in the fire departments. And go big or go home.
Now, Randy, an excellent interview. And obviously, it's always great to hear from our young veterans.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, it was great interviewing him, and I really love that he has that correlation on that the Marines were like the nation's 911 service overseas everywhere, right? And then they come over here to work for the FDNY, and they get to do the same thing, right? They get to be service people to do this job for their communities and for the places where they grew up, right? And I think it's interesting because we do the job, and we know that it's a life of service. We do what we do because we want to serve our communities. We want to see the best for the people that we live around.
Yeah.
And for him to be able to go overseas, do what he does for the country, and then come over here and continue that service, I think it's super admirable, just like all the veterans here.
Completely amazing. Just to have the mindset of, all right, I'm just going to serve by any means and any route I could find.
Right.
I just want to give back and serve and feel that connectivity with
definitely.
the community. A great interview, pal.
Thank you. So in case you missed it, last month we were interviewing Director Mahan and EMT McLean in regards to the EMT filing to join the FDNY.
Absolutely. 2 individuals I work with on a daily basis, just from filing sites to just moving the EMT trainees and the EMS and all the prep sessions. Like, they do an incredible job.
Yeah, and the session's really good, the interview was really good about explaining the process by which you have to go through to join the ranks of FDNY EMS.
Absolutely. So let's take a look and listen.
Right.
EMT McLean and I were talking about this a little while ago. There are situations that you could never anticipate on this job. There will be moments and times where you're going to have to dig deep within yourself. You're going to have to interact and deal with people in the public in different places, spaces, mental capacities. There's certain dangers that are lurking out there that if you're not aware and remain aware, the training you receive at the EMS Academy of Fort Totten is top notch, and always refer to your training. Try not to go off track, remain focused, and then get the job done. One of the other things is teamwork, understanding the importance of having a partner and working with your partner on a job, and then calling for necessary assistance. Never think that you have to do it all your own, because there's a big agency here to help.
Right.
I joined because I wanted to help people, but I also wanted to be set aside from everyone else. Everyone can't do what it is that we do at work.
Sure.
Everyone cannot be pushed into a chaotic situation and still have, a eagle's eye on what the issue is and how to fix it.
Do you feel that the job has made you more ingrained in the culture of New York and your perspective of like public service? Has that changed since joining?
It's changed dramatically.
Yeah.
Because I had never called 911 prior to working here. I never seen the back of an ambulance. I didn't know the emergency hospitals. I didn't know where you would take someone if they had a stroke or a heart attack. I didn't know that. So I was extremely educated. I became acquainted with my own neighborhood. I became acquainted with other boroughs and how to get there and with bridges and, expressways. So it just opened my eyes to New York City. And I've lived here all my life. I was born here.
Right.
But working here, like 10 times better.
Again, reminder to everyone watching, filing closes at the end of the month, so they gotta hop on it as soon as possible.
Absolutely. And please, by all means, this is a very rewarding career, a very respected career, and we're talking about a paycheck for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
If you sign on and join us with FDNY.
Right. And for those listeners who want to still hop on before the end of the month, the application process is still open, so go to Join FDNY right now.
Absolutely. Do it. It's worth it. I promise you. All right. Thanks for joining.